you alluded to time, that it takes time. We've heard from a number of potential clients that, when we let them know about team coaching and what the investment is, and there is investment both, in the planning of it and in between meetings, as well as the actual doing of the work. How did you experience or justify the time that was invested in the team?
I think there's a couple of things. I was very committed to it in my heart because I knew that it was the right thing to do. Um, Back to my, effective teams are by design, not by default. So I was committed as a leader. So I was committed at the top of the organization to do this work. I also knew that when teams come together, and I've been part of teams in my own career where there are frictions, there are, there are lack of agreement around shared vision, and that plays out in many different ways. And you spend time managing how that plays out in the day-to-day work, which is also time wasted. So I feel this is really being proactive, putting that time up front so that the team is actually saving time later by being able to move through things more quickly and to not be impacted by something that happened that wasn't a good thing for them. And so it's always that fine balance, but I do think that the time invested is time well spent for not only these individuals, but for the healthcare system. Because if we are effective as leaders, then we will be providing a greater environment for our staff and for our visitors and volunteers, and we'll be serving our patients in the community, which is ultimately what you want to do as leaders of an organization. You want to be able to ensure that the care that you're providing is safe and effective, that the community feels that they have an organization that's accountable. And to me, investing in your team, investing in your leaders is how you continue to be an accountable leader in the system. And also right now in the healthcare system, there are many leaders who are leaving healthcare for a variety of reasons, some age, some burnout. And so providing teams with opportunities to be connected in a different way to the work that they do is work that helps then people feel psychologically well to do that work.
And I think I recall you saying a few times that giving your team the space to actually think through issues, to come to some agreements, was beneficial. Uh,
Well, when I think about, when we first got together and we were talking about our team agreements and also the leadership culture that we wanted, how did we want to be as leaders to lead this organization? It wasn't a one moment exercise. It took, iterations to get the right language, the right tone that we all agreed upon, and we all agreed upon it. And we committed to that work as a group, which is very powerful to get that level of agreement. And ultimately, there's so many tools that we gained as individuals and as a group to work through things. And I know that practice makes perfect. And this is about continuing to practice. If you have, you do something well one day and then the next day you didn't do it as well, you stop, you begin again, and just, stop, understand what you did, reflect on it, but then know that that doesn't define you as a leader. It was one moment in time. And so having the ability to be kind to yourself affords everyone to be kind to each other. And we all need more kindness right now in this healthcare system and in this world. So, if coaching leads to kindness, I think it's time well spent and money well spent too.